first time in many years, something is making government employees both hopeful but more uneasy. They are saying if the 8th Pay Commission is such a good news for government employees, why is the government being so silent about the details? No clear implementation date, no interim relief, no confirmed fitment factor. The real question is this: why does this pay commission feel unusually vague? Why does it sound cautious instead of confident? Because when you read the official terms of reference of the 8th Pay Commission and then place it next to the 7th Pay Commission document, a clear pattern emerges. This time, the government has said less, promised less, and left far more space for cuts, and that is not accidental. Let's stick strictly to facts. The government has approved the terms of reference for the 8th Pay Commission. The document states that salaries will be reviewed, pensions will be reviewed, allowances will be examined, fiscal impact will be assessed. On the surface, this looks routine, but policy documents are not about what is written, they are about how it is written. For the first time, the language of a pay commission is dominated by phrases like financial sustainability, fiscal responsibility, long-term burden on the exchequer. This language was not central to the 7th Pay Commission, and in policy making, language reflects priorities. When a document repeatedly stressed fiscal burden, it signals one thing very clearly: cost control comes before employee relief. Now let's talk about the real problem. No interim relief. The 7th Pay Commission explicitly mentioned interim relief. Employees were not expected to absorb inflation while waiting indefinitely. The 8th Pay Commission document is completely silent on this. No interim relief means employees bear the full inflation impact during the entire process. The government saves money during the waiting period. The silence benefits only one side. No implementation timelines. Even more worrying is what the document avoids saying. There is no hint of when the recommendation will be implemented. No indication of the effective date, no clarity on areas. This gives the government maximum flexibility while leaving employees in complete uncertainty. In government policy, silence is not neutral, it is strategic. Now comes the most dangerous part of the 8th Pay Commission: allowances. Historically, the improvement in government salaries has come not just from the basic pay, but from allowances like house rent allowances, transport allowances, special area allowances. This time, the document states that allowances will be examined carefully. In bureaucratic language, this does not mean protection, it usually means rationalization. Merging, reduction, or removal. Why allowances? Because they are flexible, they attract less public attention, they are easier to cut than basic pay. So even if basic salary increases on paper, the take-home salary may not improve in the same proportion. This is one of the biggest hidden risks of the 8th Pay Commission. Salary revision depends on inflation, but here is a fact most employees are not told clearly. India's official CPI data severely underrepresents housing inflation. Official CPI shows housing inflation at around 3 to 4%, but real-world data shows rents rising between 15 to 30% in many cities. RBI and economists have publicly acknowledged this mismatch. Why does this matter? Because if inflation looks low on paper, salary correction looks adequate on paper. The result, a technically correct hike, but a practically weak one. This pay existed during the 7th Pay Commission and remains unresolved even today. Now to the most hyped term, fitment factor. Fitment factor matters because it directly multiplies basic pay. Even a small change in this number creates a massive difference in salary. But here is the uncomfortable truth. The official 8th Pay Commission document does not mention any fitment factor at all. Why? Because the government has not yet decided how much inflation truly needs compensation. how much fiscal burden it is willing to carry. Which means fitment factor is not a policy promise, it is a budget negotiation. This is why social media is full of rumors. Official confirmations are completely absent. The 7th Pay Commission was introduced when government finances were relatively stable, fiscal stress was manageable. The 8th Pay Commission is coming at a time of very high government expenditure, post-pandemic fiscal pressure, massive spending on welfare and infrastructure. So the mindset has shifted this time. The approach is not how do we improve employee welfare, it is how do we control long-term salary costs. That single shift explains missing interim relief, cautious language on allowances, absence of timelines, silence on fitment factor. Now let's talk about pensions, because this is where the biggest uncertainty lies. The official document only says one line: pensions will be reviewed. That's it. There is no clarity on how pensions will be revised, whether full parity between old and new pensions will be continued, what formula will be used, or how minimum pension will be protected against inflation. In the 7th Pay Commission, these things were clearly mentioned. This time they are left open. The 8th Pay Commission is not openly anti-employee, but it is clearly designed to limit generosity. It may give a basic salary correction, but it may also take away allowances, flexibility, early financial relief, clarity and certainty. And that is why employees feel uneasy, because this real issue is not what the government has written. The real issue is what it has carefully avoided committing to. Until those gaps are addressed openly, every claim about massive salary benefits should be viewed with cautious, not celebration.